Guys, it's Miss Sarah. Are you so excited for week 2 of summer reading? Week 2 is all about dinosaurs, and today is Science Day with me. And so we're going to talk about a few different dinosaurs, and then we're going to do an experiment to see how you measure up to them, okay? So let's talk about, I have 5 dinosaur friends that I want to talk about today. And the first one is this guy. He's called a Velociraptor. You guys probably have heard of a Velociraptor. I remember seeing him in the movie Jurassic Park. One thing that Jurassic Park said about this Velociraptor was that he could run as fast as a cheetah and that he was as smart as a chimpanzee. But guess what? They've determined that that's not true. He wasn't a super fast runner, and he wasn't all that smart. But that's okay. He's still a cool dinosaur. He stood 2 foot high, and he was 5 feet long. So he was small, but he weighed 200 pounds. He also has this really cool thing about his second toe. It has a large retractable claw that he could use to fight and hunt. And he always hunted in a pack of other velociraptors. The next dinosaur I'd love to talk to you about is a Spinosaurus. Have you ever heard of a Spinosaurus? I hadn't until I was doing a little bit of research, but this guy I thought was kind of cool. He stood 14 feet high, and he was about 40 feet in length, and he weighed 14,000 pounds. He has this spine here. There's 6-foot spines all inside of this sail-like fold of skin. And because of this sail-like fold of skin, have you ever seen a sailboat and they have a big sail on there? That's kind of what that looked like. And because of this, it suggests that not all dinosaurs were warm-blooded. So I'm wondering, do you think this guy was warm-blooded? Or do you think he was cold-blooded? All right. The next dinosaur I want to show you is the Megalosaurus. This is another one I had never heard of. The Megalosaurus. Who does he kind of look like? I thought he kind of looked like a T-Rex. He's very similar, don't you think? But guess what? With this Megalosaurus, he was 12 feet tall and 26 feet long. He weighed up to 2,000 pounds, and he was the first ever remains. The remains of this guy was the first ever to be recognized as a dinosaur. That's pretty cool. And most of the fragmented remains of carnosaurs that were not identified have been assigned to this guy. So there he is. The Megalosaurus. Do you think he looks like a T-Rex? Tell me. One other dinosaur I'd love to talk to you about is the Allosaurus. Isn't he cool? He sort of looks like a T-Rex too, doesn't he? With the longer back legs and the shorter front. But guess what? He was the most common type of dinosaur in the Jurassic period. He could grow up to 17 feet tall and 40 foot long. He weighed 4,000 pounds. Unlike our friend the Velociraptor, he could run fast, up to 20 miles an hour. Isn't that cool? And then as you can see over his head, he has 2 short horns above and in front of each of his eyes. What do you think he used those horns for? Why don't you tell me your guesses? And then, of course, we can't talk about dinosaurs unless we are talking about the one everyone knows, a Tyrannosaurus Rex, or T-Rex for short, right? He's scary. And did you know he grew to 23 feet tall and 50 foot long. He weighed 16,000 pounds. Wow, what would 16,000 pounds be equivalent to? Is a car 16,000 pounds? Is an elephant 16,000 pounds? You tell me. He was the largest meat eater, and he's the most famous, of course, right? We've seen a Tyrannosaurus Rex in lots of movies, dinosaur movies like Jurassic Park and such. And wasn't there a T-Rex in Toy Story? I think so. One other cool fact about the Tyrannosaurus Rex is that he could run in short bursts of up to 30 miles per hour. 30! That's crazy. That's how fast the speed limit is on North Street, the big main busy road in front of the library. That's how fast you're allowed to drive on North Street. 30 miles per hour in the car. So next time you're in the car, ask Mom and Dad if you're traveling 30 miles per hour, and you'll see how fast a T-Rex could run, but only in short bursts. He couldn't maintain that speed forever. Also, another cool fact are these short arms. At first, they didn't think those short arms could do anything for a T-Rex, but they later discovered that those short little arms could lift over 450 pounds. What? That's crazy. That means he could grab 2 or 3 velociraptors and pick them up at once, because remember, a velociraptor weighed 200 pounds. So he could pick up for sure 2, maybe even 3 velociraptors at once. I thought that was super crazy. That means the Tyrannosaurus Rex is fast and strong, and I think he was probably the scariest. What do you think? Now we're going to see how you can measure up to a dinosaur, how you measure up to a dinosaur, okay? We're going to take this video and my camera up to my driveway, and I'm going to tell you the items that you need. I'll see you soon. Hi guys, Miss Sarah. I'm in my front yard now on the driveway, and we just talked about the heights of dinosaurs. So we're going to see how you measure up to the height of the dinosaurs. This is my daughter Reese, and she's going to help me today. For the experiment, you need a tape measure and a piece of chalk. That's it. All right, so here we go. We talked about the Velociraptor. Remember how tall he was? Reese, how tall was he?
2 feet.
2 foot tall. So what we're going to do is I'm going to mark on the floor, on the chalk, on driveway with chalk, the V for Velociraptor. And then I'm going to use my tape measure with the help of Reese, and we are going to measure out 2 feet. So Reese, you want to take the tape measure for me? Yep. And walk it out to about there. We are going to lay it down and draw our line. This is how tall a Velociraptor was. The next dinosaur we learned about was the Spinosaurus. Reese, how tall was the Spinosaurus?
14 feet.
14 feet. So I'm going to just put an S for a Spinosaurus. And now we are going to use the tape measure and go 14 feet. I'll tell you when to stop, Reese. Go a little slower so I can read the numbers. There we go. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Here we go. We're almost to 13. Keep going. All right, freeze. I'm going to lock it down at 14 feet. We're going to lay it flat. Reese, do you want to come draw the line?
Yeah.
So now we're going to draw out this line. Just follow it all the way to the end of the tape measure. All right. Our next dinosaur was the Megalosaurus, and the Megalosaurus was 12 feet. So we are going to put an M for Megalosaurus. And guess what? We already have our 14 feet measured out. We can just scooch it in by 2. Here we go.
12 feet?
That's 12 feet. We're going to lay it down. Can you flip it over? Scoop it. Yep, there you go.
There you go.
And Reese, you want to draw it out for me?
Yeah.
There we go. Got it?
Yep.
All right, our next dinosaur was the Allosaurus. And remember, this guy can grow up to 17 feet long. So we are going to put an A for Allosaurus.
That's it.
And now we have to extend our tape measure. So we had 12 feet. How many more feet to get to 17? 5. 5 more feet.
Okay.
Yep. And one more foot. That makes 17 right there. We're going to lock it down. And we're going to draw our line. There we go. Awesome. She's almost to the end there with 17 feet. All right. And we have one more dinosaur we talked about. We talked about the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the T-Rex, right? The most famous dinosaur of all of Jurassic period. And guess how tall? Do you remember how tall he was? You do? How many feet?
23 feet.
23 feet. My tape measure is a 25-foot tape measure. So we are almost going to max it out. We're going to write a T for the T-Rex. And we are going to move from 17 feet to 23 feet tall. Here we go.
This is a whole driveway.
All right, we're there at 23 feet. We just need to draw our line. The wind's kind of blowing. All right, now like I said, we're going to see just how well you measure up. This is where the experiment starts. We're going to see, we're going to Reese be our demonstration person, and she's going to lay down next to the Velociraptor. And how tall was the Velociraptor again?
2 feet.
2 foot, right? 2 foot. And so you're going to decide whether or not you are taller or shorter than a Velociraptor. Reese is definitely taller. All right, Reese, move on over to the next dinosaur. Go on, lay down.
Oh, geez.
Good job, thank you. And this was the Spinosaurus. And the Spinosaurus was 14 feet. Probably should have written it down, right?
Yeah.
So 14 feet. Reese is definitely not as tall as a Spinosaurus. Now what if Miss Sarah lays down with Reese? Let's see if we both would equal. Oh, a bunk. Here we go. Are we as tall as a Spinosaurus? No. And you would just do that with every other dinosaur you've drawn.
Definitely.
Now
not
we
taller than
did
T-Rex.
our experiments with the height of a dinosaur, how tall they were. But you can do this experiment and you can lay down about and see how long dinosaurs are too, because in the video we talked about how long these dinosaurs were. So then you can take your tape measure and chalk and draw the length and then lay down long ways to see how you measure up to a dinosaur. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed science this week. See you soon.